Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You good? Just being one of the, I guess, veteran players now, guys that were here for the past few years, do you personally feel a sense of urgency to really prove yourself to this new coaching staff?
Not necessarily a sense of urgency. I come out each and every day, and I just prove to them that I am the player and the caliber player I am. And so, doing that, just coming out to practice, proving that is a huge thing. I think everybody on the team should do that. It's kind of like a clean slate, but at the same time, we still have tape. Everybody has tape, and so it's how they evaluate us, and they've definitely looked at that tape and see what type of caliber players they have. I got to prove that every day, every single day, not only to this team but to 31 other teams too. So that's just how this all operates.
Sam, obviously you have a little bit of continuity with Andrew Wiley. How important has that been, having a new offense being installed? And then how is Tyler Biotish kind of fitting in with you guys?
Definitely, new terminology. Football comes X and O's. It's pretty simple when it comes to once you get to really know it and understand it. And so it's just getting that terminology and applying it to the plays and all that type of stuff. And obviously there's just different ways of blocking certain things. But having a group of guys that are vets like that, bringing them, like Ty in, he's very, very intelligent, very smart, asks a lot of questions, and he wants to know all the details of the play. Having Andrew next to me, we just have that chemistry, and we're building that, and we're both learning this playbook together and doing all that. So it's been a good ride so far for sure.
You were pretty vocal last year about your desire to want to run the football more. Where are you guys at right now in terms of installing the running game, and are you pleased with it?
Yeah, we're in install 2 right now. So, we've been, installing the run plays and stuff like that. You won't know that until, you really start playing football. So, preseason games, there's a big thing of like our identity and I always say it's just it's a pass-heavy, league, and running the ball just complements it. It keeps the defense true, and so if we're able to do that, it just helps not only us but it helps the offense, helps just everything. So yeah, that's why. I don't know what our percentages were last year, but I think we're last in the league for attempts in rushing, and then like one of the highest in passing, and you saw where that got us. So. Yeah.
Hey, Sam, over here.
Yeah.
So Coach Quinn was saying this morning about how there's going to be a lot of different combination on the offensive line to find the winning group for Week 1. What does that do for y'all, and how does it help you kind of build chemistry together?
We're the training camp just does that. Going through that together. Guys are still trying to work for jobs and grind for jobs. It's competing. I always say, you think you're competing against the guy across from you. No, you're competing the guy in your room. And so that's what we're doing. That's what anybody, we're trying to get to the point where anybody can go out there and ball out. And so having those guys in there and competing and doing all that, and having the ones out there, you have guys that have been doing this for a very long time too. We have some young blood in there too. So we're just building that chemistry, and again, all this time that we spend in training camp does that.
Sam, you shared with us during OTAs a moment where, during a play, Bobby Wagner could kind of call out exactly what your movements were, what you were doing.
Yeah.
Can you share a bit more of what else you've been learning, not just from Bobby, but others on the team as well in preparation for training camp?
Yeah, there's a lot of new faces in this team, and they bring their own little take to the game, and so like for example, another guy, Frankie, that guy's a stud. I could tell when he's going to come down. He's not just a linebacker; that he can rush, and that's a whole new thing. Not a lot of linebackers can put a move and do that, and also give you a bull. So, something like that is different, and I'm happy he's on our team. So, we got a lot of guys that just bring a whole new thing. And again, this is day 2, so we're still learning. we're still learning a lot of things, a lot of new things. So.
Hey, Sam. Going back to the O-line with the chemistry and all that, you've been through a few changes on that O-line the last couple of years. How hard is it to get that continuity, that chemistry when you're changing like that, and what are the little things can you do to maybe speed up that process?
Like we do online dinners often. That's a huge thing I think you've heard. And we're always doing something if we can when we have a little bit of time off. If that's, getting together, watch a UFC fight, or, just like I said, typically it has to do around food. But getting around, somebody's house or doing something like that. So, it's, and again, like I said, this training camp, we spend so much time together, and we go through a grind, and we're going through it, blood, sweat, and tears out there, and that alone just makes. I have connections with guys that I played with, since I've been on this organization that I still call up to this day, and we have moments that we went through, and that only our relationship knows that just we have that brotherhood, and so it doesn't only just carry right now, it carries forever.
And with Jaden, what little things have you seen with him that maybe puts him on the path that this organization wants him to be on?
Like he's not like I said this interview before. He's not. I don't get the me guy thing. Like I think he wants the betterment of the team. He's learning. He's typically when you're like a rookie, you go into this. Kind of like a little bit more quiet, just trying to learn the ropes and seeing. I see that it's not like, hey, look at me type of thing, which is great. He could be like that. He's not, and I think he's earning respect from a lot of guys around the building.
Hey, Sam. Obviously, it's early, like you said, but in terms of the defense and what you're seeing, you mentioned Luvu. There's all this talk about being more aggressive, running harder the ball. Are you noticing differences as you're going up against them in practice, or just what you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are finishing. They don't only have one hat on the ball. They have 5, 6. Everybody's running to the ball, and so vice versa. We're trying to build this culture where, there's things you can control, and one of them is effort. And a lot of guys are buying into that, and you can see that on the practice, on the tape. Just being able to go the extra mile on a play, and that essentially is just going to help you. Go in a game when you can, make a play that, not be tired and play 6 of a drive, you're still fresh. That's just going to add on for the future.
And you said earlier you want to show out the season, camp in the season, where you are as a player, what you are as a player. What are you as a player going into your 4th year?
Last year was essentially my first year really playing guard. And I felt like I was able to put in my identity. I want to be one of the best in this league. I feel like I am one of the best in this league. I'm going to be dirty. I'm going to be nasty. And I'm not going to take, excuse my language, shit from anybody. So that's what I'm going to do every time I step on that field. And that's the type of player I'm going to be. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, Sam. Yep. Thank you.